Hey people, it's Precious Eric and welcome back to my channel. So I'll be showing you guys today how to sew this. I've already posted a video on how to cut it, so check that out guys. Thank you. So these are the things I'll be needing: my material, my the wording, pattern, boning, and of course my scissors, my sewing machine, and the rest of them. So I'm going to dive straight into cutting out my pattern with on the materials. So I'm going to be doing that going round. I'm going to be giving allowances of half an inches around on each of the panel of the pattern, so that when I sew it in, I don't miss or I don't run short of materials. I guess you know what I'm talking about. So sewing is always fun, is very interesting. Of course, when you have something to be using to keep your mouth busy. For me, shall. So I'm going to be cutting that out. Don't mind my silly jokes. I'm going to be cutting cutting that out, and I'm going to iron them so that they stick to the materials. When you are getting your wedding, you will see that shiny part. That is the part that faces the material, so that it comes together the same weight that comes there. So I'm going to be sewing in the cup. I'm going to be running a stitch from the top to the bottom as seen below, and that is how we get our cup, our DIY cup. Very simple. Like I said earlier, just know the basics, just know the tricks, and girl, boy, uncle, aunt, you are doing the same. So I'm going to be making my boning casing. I have about 2 inches of that material, and I'm going to be folding it as seen, and I'm going to be running a stitch on both sides. I'm going to be doing that for the other ones, and the next I'm going to be doing is to be attaching my boning. So the essence of this boning is to give the fabric stability. So after that, just iron it so that the boning is straight and it will look very much pretty. So after that, the next thing you're going to be doing is to be sewing in your cup. It's not hard. That same way you cut it out from the fabric, that same way you're going to be sewing it. That is the reason why I said you add half an inch on the cup, so that when you sew it in, you won't miss out. So, and after that, you're going to be repeating that same process on the lining, so that you won't, so you can be able to turn it. So I'm going to be sewing the back panel. It's going to have a loop, tie. I don't even know what they used to call it, but I'm going to show you how to do it very easy. So I'm going to be placing my material first, then my lining. The right side of the lining will be facing the right side of the material. So I'm going to be sewing, and I've already marked out the places where the loops will stay, or the hole, I don't even know what they used to call it. I'm going to be putting it in that manner, and I'm going to be sewing on top of it. I'm going to be double stitching it, so that in case you're going to be drawing it, so it doesn't loosen up. So I'm going to be repeating that process on the parts that are on the places that I marked. Don't forget to double stitch it so that it stays very strong. So that is how we do the back. As for the down parts, the skirt parts, I'm going to be putting a zipper, so that I can be removing, or the person wearing the clothes can be removing and be putting it on. So that is the front panel. I've already ironed it. You see how straight the boning is. I'm going to still go ahead to iron it so that the material is smoother. So I've already attached my lining, and I'm going to do like some top stitch. I'm going to top stitch on the lining so that it doesn't stick out on the material. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to be top stitching it, and after that I am going to be joining it with the skirt pattern. I've already cut the skirt previously. If you don't know how to cut a skirt, maybe I'm going to post a video on how to cut a basic skirt. So I'm going to be marking out, I'm going to be joining it. Remember, it's a basque waistline, so I'm going to be notching the center so that it's going to align. And after that, I'm going to be placing the basque on top of it, and I'll mark it out. I'm going to be cutting it, but not exactly on the line. I'm going to come up by something like half an inch. That will serve as a sewing allowance. So I'm not going to be cutting exactly on the line. So that is how to do how to join the basque waist of the top to the skirt. And after that, I'm going to be joining the front panel and the back panel together. And clothes don't ready. I'm going to be joining my sleeve, and I'm done. Yes, I know, right? So that is it. I'm sorry, that is it. So I don't think there is any other thing there. So I'm going to be joining that and attach my sleeve, any sleeve of your choice, and we are done. Thank you so much for staying with us. I added a bow. I went to the church with it. I added a bow so that I won't look Bye.